Today we'll be solving systems of equations using the elimination method, and we'll be adding and subtracting the equations. So the elimination method is all about adding or subtracting the equations and eliminating one of the variables. So we will look at the variables. We have a 4y and a negative 7y. In order to zero those out, we would have to multiply. So we're not going to do the y today. We're going to look at the x's. We have a negative 1x and a negative 1x. Well, if one of those was positive, it would zero out. So in order to make it positive, I'm going to subtract the equations. So negative x minus a negative x is 0. 4 minus a negative 7y is an 11y. And negative 19 minus 25 is a negative 44. And so I just solve for y now. And y is equal to negative 4. So I need to figure out what x is. I go back and just substitute y in, 4 in for y. Negative 4 in for y. So my solution is 3, negative 4. We have a negative 5x and a negative 5x. If we subtract these two equations, that will zero out. Negative 5x minus a negative 5x is 0. 1y minus 6y is minus 5y. Negative 25 minus a negative 25 is 0. So y is equal to 0. So what is x? X is 5. We're going to subtract again, 7y minus 7y. So we have 2x minus negative 8x is 10x. 7y minus 7y is 0. 13 minus 17 is a minus 30. So x is negative 3. So what is y? A negative 1. And try number 4. All right, so those previous equations were in basically a standard form, an ax plus by equals c form. The next ones were just going to be mixed. So we're going to go ahead and write them in the ax plus by equals c form, and we're not going to be concerned about whether the a is positive or negative. We're just going to line it up so we can have a standard form we're using here. So this basically is the standard form if we just went ahead and rewrote it as x plus x minus 9y is equal to negative 5. We just switch those around. Here, if we added the x over here, right? So then y's are going to if we add these together, right, the y's are going to disappear. So we have 1x plus 1x is 2x. Negative 5 plus a negative 5 is a negative 10. So x is negative 5. So once x is negative 5, we can go ahead and figure out what y is. So y is 0. So our answer is negative 5, 0. Alright, so negative 9x, I'm going to minus the 10y, and then I'm going to add the 25 to the other side. And the bottom equation's ready to go. I have a positive 9 and a negative 9, so they're going to zero out if I add the equations. So I'm going to negative 10 plus 8 is a negative 2y. 25 plus a negative 11 is 14. Y equals negative 7. So if y is negative 7, next example, 8x, again I'm going to add the 6y, and I'm going to leave the 30 where it's at. So I'm going to add the two equations, those are going to cancel, and 30 minus 30 is 0, so 0 equals 0, that's a true statement, so all real numbers is a solution or infinite solutions. And number 8, so again I'm going to add the equations.